After you're done over at the food vendors, um, you start heading over to the part of town where they are actively working on the float, and you see that the people have made up like what's the word I'm looking for here? Temporary housing, kind of like around the area. There's also like the houses in that area have all been taken over by the people working on the float, and there's about like a good 15 to 20 of these little houses or little shacks set up around the place. I remember you guys wanted to do something with some of the workers there. Please elaborate.
So our goal was to replace one of them with Sylas in disguise so that if anything goes wrong, we're the ones who get attacked or at least are there to maybe figure out what's going on. I think we can go to one of the larger houses because Valen knows disguise self as well, right?
I do, although maybe I should act as the distraction. I don't know. We'll see.
While you've been discussing this, Quitana just goes up to the nearest door and starts knocking.
Well, okay, here we go.
So yeah, a groggy-eyed looking person, let's say a man in his like mid-30s, opens the door and he's like, "Yes,
Hello.
how can I help you, stranger?"
Hi, I'm Valen.
Congratulations. You have been relieved of your working duties today. You will need to remain inside and not be seen by anybody, on pain of death.
I believe what my friend here is trying to say is that we think that there are some evil folks about who may be interested in sabotaging the float and even harming the workers. Perhaps it would be a good day for you to stay home and allow one of us to, and I get a little close to them. Aha, I see you've got a mole there. Allow one of us to, and then I snap my fingers and cast Disguise Self. Take your place for the day.
So you turn into this guy, right?
Well, yeah, I position myself so that, like, Quitana and Valen are in the way in case there are any onlookers, but yes.
The guy very reasonably starts freaking the fuck out.
Wait, hold on. Chill out. You might recognize me. I'm the person who's going to be the next KCK. And I'm just here to help out, the town, to help out Vega. There's people who have been, getting into some accidents. We're here to investigate, and I'll owe you a favor. Just stay home for the day. Keep out of sight.
Also, if you defy us, I will crush your skull.
So are you the people who have been killing locals around here?
No, KCK. That's me. Remember?
Yes, I know who you are, but this is two outsiders over here.
They're with me.
One of them threatened to bash my head in, the other one became me.
Okay,
So
I did not threaten to bash your head in. I told you to comply. There's an easy way for you to not get your head bashed in if you just comply with our request, which is very reasonable.
Sir, what's your name?
Charlie?
Charlie?
I bust out a notepad.
Oh,
Good, this will be great for my motivation. Please, continue.
Charlie, listen to me. You're safe. These people are here to help me save Arden, Carib, and everything else. You're in good hands. Nobody's gonna hurt you. This is not a threat from me, the next KCK. Okay? You can absolutely relax.
I mean, I don't know if they're perfectly safe as there are murderers around, but...
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because Quitana keeps making threats of violence.
Yeah, you got it, man. I get you. I feel you. Here comes the nat 1. You ready?
I feel like
Ready
I
for
should
this?
be offering advantage here. Because...
Ooh, that's a nat 20, but hold on a second. 12. 17 total.
Alright, yeah, you managed to cool him down enough. He's like, alright, man, look, I'm just gonna hide over here. I'm gonna just, hide in a closet for a few hours, take a little nap, and have some fear-induced coma, maybe? We'll see. We'll see if I wake up from this.
Before you go,
like, crawls into a closet.
Before you go, I do want to ask you just a couple of questions. Did you know any of the people who passed away from the accidents?
mean, the die maker I kind of knew because we've been working together on some of the float stuff.
Did they tell you about something new in their life? Maybe something that they were afraid of or something that was strange?
No, really. We were not that close. We were just like, I'll just buy die from them, and
right.
That's pretty much it.
Could you tell us anything about missing supplies or sabotage to the float itself?
The last few days, yeah, stuff has randomly or suspiciously end up in the water, by the river, or it just like disappears straight up. I don't know that much because I am not really the kind of person who's in charge or has access to inventory or anything like that, but...
All right. Well, Charlie, thank you for your time. And what's your job? What do you do at the float?
I do the crimping.
I love crimping. We're gonna get along, Charlie.
Okay, so Sylas, you know how to do that?
Not at all, but it sounds fancy.
Charlie, could you please give Sylas a very quick crash course into the thing you do as a profession, please?
Well, yeah, crimping is when you got a piece of fabric or a piece of cloth or any other such material and you crimp it.
You bunch it up and make it look pretty, right?
Yeah, you add volume by folding it in very specific ways. It's just
I'm sorry,
crimping.
Is this your entire job function?
Well, yes, I made my whole career based out of crimping. Why?
A professional crimper, like you don't have any other skills. You don't make the paper, you don't...
You'll be surprised at how much crimping is needed around here.
I see. This place makes no sense.
I'm very impressed by you, Charlie the Carib Crimper. Now, could you just tell me real quick every other detail there is about your life so that I don't get any details wrong? Thank you very much. And
Okay, we're on a timeline, but yeah, sure. Just keep it brief, Charlie. Your whole biography.
It all started a hot summer 36 years ago when my parents met. And that meeting led to a hot, steamy evening. Of Nat 1. Hello, everyone. It is I, Germán Rodriguez, your GM, and your very, very tired boy.
I'm just expressing support for my tired GM. I'm Shane. I play Sylas. Welcome to today's show.
I'm Rick. I play Quitana, and I was too tired to come up with something to say that was funny for today, so, just watch your vibrations.
My name's Valen, and I was voiced by Pavel, and I am also tired because I want to stay in theme. Vibrations!
We're all tired, we're all on a time crunch, but we are here to put on the best show we can, and more importantly, because we have been jonesing for this D&D action. I need it in my veins.
Also, I would like to level up, so...
I think we're all just tired because it's just July 3rd, and I think Pride Month still weighing on us.
I literally did nothing for Pride. I've just been moving during 100-degree weather.
Yikes.
Which is utterly insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I am so impressed with you for even surviving that experience.
Barely.
But that said, today we were trying to do 2 episodes in one recording session, and today is my first day back at Rock Bar, and I'm so excited, but also it means we have a hard out, so let's get to that recap.
Let's go.
Congrats.
All right. Oh god, I almost did. All right.
All right, Andre 3000.
So yeah, recap time. Last episode, the gang arrived at Vega, the capital city of Argent, Valen's homeland over in Carib. By the time they got there, they learned that mysterious deaths have been happening around town, and they took it upon themselves to investigate, since people of Carib are prone to believe in superstition over murder for some reason. They rather believe that it's just a curse or a ghost of some sort, instead of assuming someone is killing their people. And here we are. The gang went all Scooby-Doo on these motherfuckers, and they pretty much collected all the information they needed to stalk whoever it is that has been interfering with daily life over at Vega. Last we saw the group, they were over at near the food vendors in town. I don't want to say interrogating, but questioning some of the food vendors, and they gathered plenty of information. Now they are headed over to the neighborhood where the float is being built over by the river.
Now, I know that we all remember fully everything that we had gleaned and all the clues and information that we got. But for the audience, could you remind us what some of those clues were?
Yes. Whatever it is that has been interfering with the city has left a pattern. And you found out that normally in the mornings, the bell towers get messed with. A bunch of the ropes have been cut. That's from 6 to 8. Remember that the city has, well, all of Carib divides its days into blocks of time. So from 6 to 8 in the morning, the bells have been messed with. From 8 to 12, either the giant tapirs and giant capybaras have been messed with and either set free or killed or like fed dangerous things. Between 12 and 2, many of the food vendors have reported accidents that either end up with them getting burnt or clients getting sick. And from 2 to 6, there has been reports of sabotage of float materials.
So we are on our way to go crimping and build this float. I think the current plan is for Sylas and maybe Valen to disguise ourselves as workers, and I think what we are looking for right now is an invisible person with a size 11 Fasten boot, and trying to see what's up. Let's go be bait.
All right, let's do this.
How do we feel about me not being bait? Because I think word has already spread through town that I've arrived. So it wouldn't be weird for me to go to the float and inspect it and sort of get to or meet the workforce that's building it.
You could join me in spreading the word of the Inquisition.
Not gonna do that. Simply not.
Just a suggestion. God.
I'm a little worried that if you're there, your presence will dissuade any would-be saboteurs.
That's fair.
But perhaps this is big enough that I can be in an area of the float construction site that, maybe we can sort of drive them to a specific place by your presence.
No, you're right. I'll disguise myself as well. Shoot, Quitana, do you have anything that can make you seem less
friendly
of a threat?
I could summon a spiritual weapon.
Yeah, probably not.
I can paralyze somebody.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's my mistake for asking. You're right. Sorry.
I do kind of have a thing that I do here, so I don't know what you expect.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. My apologies.
I have Zone of Truth. That's nobody's intimidated by the truth.
Well, I guess we'll keep that one in our back pocket.
All right, well, Quitana, go ahead and proselytize the people of Carib while Sylas and I go undercover.
People of Carib, too long have you been lied to?
Quietly proselytize.
Oh no, I'm like full volume. You know those people in Times Square, like you walk through and they're yelling at you, and they're like,
"Oh my God,
you have to turn away. You're a den of sin. God loves you, but you have to love him back." That's the whole vibe there. There's a lot of talk about orderly vibrations and denouncing things that are disorderly, like long unbound hair and keeping clean and not drinking too much unless it's part of a ritual. Yeah, there's a lot of that energy.
I'm surprised you're not wearing a black and white glittery tiger coat and a glittery fedora screaming that you look just like God.
I would never wear a fedora. Quitana would not have.
That guy was my favorite in Times Square. Sorry, continue.
Alright, so, y'all get, well, two of you get disguised, and Quitana, I'm guessing, just no, she will never let her ponytail down, her bun down.
I'll make myself look like a, kind of like an amalgamation of people from Carib, a human, not a tiefling, and I will show up pretending it's my first day. And if needed, I will use a minor illusion to kind of like hold a new hire paperwork in my hand and not actually give it to anybody, but like show it to them if they ask.
Well, y'all know me. I'm just Charlie the Crimper, and this is my new friend,
Sylas.
Silas.
There's no R, it's an H.
Yeah, Charlie, as I said, Charlie the Crimper, and my new friend, Valix. Yes, Valix.
Nailed it, Sylas. Just absolutely nailed it.
So yeah, you guys arrive at...
Wait.
Hmm?
How many nails are used in crimping? We gotta... Now I've got something else to check on.
How many nails?
I hope none, right? None is the answer?
I'm just saying, he said I nailed it, and it has to be attached to the float somehow. And, like, we'll have to figure that out.
Right. Maybe you just crimp and somebody else will nail.
Somebody else fastens
you're
it.
You're not a nailer, you're a crimper.
Yeah. Just chase your bliss of crimping, you crazy person.
Joke's on you. I'm taking a proficiency in crimping when this episode's done.
Wild.
Is there someone that we have to check in with, Germán?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, by the time you arrive at the work site, the float itself is enormous. It's about the size of a full-on yacht. Well, it's about 70 to 80 feet long, 35 feet wide, and right now, the crimping team has been putting up some of like the what is it called, like the like around the edge, you know, like that, like the border,
They're putting on the trim.
Yeah, the trim. Yes, there you go. They're setting up the trim, and they have a lovely collection of fancy fabrics for you to work with. And they're like, "Hey, Charlie, come here. You're a little late, man. What's going on?"
Oh, you know me, old Charlie just got distracted. Hey, have you met Valix? He's new, joining the crimping squad.
All right, come on over, Valix. We could always use an extra crimper around.
Hey, thanks.
Never too many crimpers.
In the distance, you hear, "Repent! You must repent for your sins! You must learn the orderly way, and no hairs can be out of place!"
As that's happening, can I make like a perception check to see if anybody is nervous or worried about this person screaming in the distance? Or suspicious?
They're not suspicious, but they are all giving Quitana a very concerned look. But no one is really like actively doing anything about it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I guess this whole time I will try to keep an eye out on people who are either not where they're supposed to be or trying to be stealthy.
Similarly, Sylas gets a little too into the crimping, but is trying to pay attention specifically to the various fabrics and tools and see if anything goes missing. Especially I'm paying attention to rope and rope-like materials.
And because it's Valix's first day, he's just kind of like standing a little bit behind everybody, pretending to like learn the crimping art. while actually standing sentinel.
Yep, don't you worry. This is my my good friend, Valix Goldgust. Just came to Crimping today. Thank you so much for being here. He's just gonna look over our shoulders and see all of the crimping expertise.
Thank you all for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. It's been my dream to be a crimping master, and this is my first step. Thank you.
Poor Valix was in a fire when he was young, and all that smoke inhalation is real bad for your voice.
I was a amateur crimper, and when you don't know how to do it, it just all burns.
The guy has been crimping and listening to you while you say all this, and he's just like, yeah, of course, yeah, it burns up, of course.
Insight check.
Insight for how suspicious they are.
I will literally be screaming insight check every time we meet a new NPC. Just giving you the heads up.
This is just like your run-of-the-mill day worker, and they pretty much are just like nodding and smiling while you tell your story, and they're like, yeah, now get to crimping, yes? So, Quitana, how far away from the work site are you?
I want to remain within yelling distance, because if something goes south, I want to be able to get to Sylas and Valen, but I'm trying to give them space as they've made it clear that perhaps my skill set is not suited for putting lots of strangers at ease.
All right. About an hour and a half into your shift, which the two of you, actually, Pavel, Valen, and Sylas.
Valix, excuse you, and Charlie.
Charlie and Valix, can you please roll dexterity checks?
Ooh. Just so you know, I have to knock off another spell slot. Disguise self will only lasts an hour. Ooh, dangerously close to a natural 1.
Ooh.
But instead, it rolled over to that 19, which gives me a total of... Is this a save or a check?
Just a check.
A check? Okay.
Ability check, yeah.
22.
I rolled a spicy 19.
We are some damn good crimpers. Did we find our true life's calling right now?
I think so. I think I'm gonna retire. I think I have a new goal, which is to be the king of the crimpers.
A master crimper.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you did a fantastic job. That the crimping supervisor actually is in awe about the new kid doing so well. And it's like, oh, Charlie, you really have improved your skills. Last time yesterday you were such a hot mess, but today, look at this, incredible.
Yep, it's all about finding people who inspire you and support you. And when I found the talent that is Valix Goldgust, I just knew that in my heart I could be a better crimper.
While you're having this conversation with the master crimper, you hear someone scream, and as you look down towards where the water line meets the float, there seems to be a unusual mist surrounding like the rear part of the float. And in that area, you see some of the wooden planks of the float near the bottom of it just start like peeling off as if they were like falling apart from old age.
How far are we from this?
So the two of you are close enough that you could get to the deck next to it in one round. Quitana, I would say at least 2 rounds of Quitana running up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to run that way. It sounds like we're not close enough that I can be like, oh no, I dropped my crimping and save this disguise, but I think I'm just going to run there anyway. And I'd like to cast Fairy Fire on the area where the planks are being pulled apart.
I'm sorry, can you repeat what's happening to the planks?
There is a suspicious fog at the base of the float, and some of the wooden planks in that area are just like falling off as if they were rotten.
Okay.
While Sylas does that, I would actually like to run. I would like to see where in the area that's kind of like obscured or hidden, someone would have line of sight on that area, and try to move towards that direction to see if there's somebody who's not alerted by this and is instead just like watching it with concentration.
Yeah, there's no way you can find such a thing. Like, that's too, like, you're literally asking to find where the bad guy is.
I would think that's our goal, and I would think there would be an associated roll and or check that might determine whether or not I was successful, but okay, I'll just run towards the mist then.
So, let me try to think.
Sure.
It does sound kind of like you're trying to find a sniper by location, so it's certainly not necessarily easy, but give Valix a roll. Give Valix a roll. Give Valix a roll.
Valix is a rising star in the crimping world. First
make a
crimp.
perception check.
Okay.
Can I just cast command on Valix and tell him to find the bad guy? Does that work?
Yeah, I think that's how that works.
Now he is also where I'm looking for.
Well, that's a dirty 10.
All 10s are dirty.
Alright, what's your DC, Sylas? I'm sorry, Charlie.
Oh, Charlie's DC is 14.
Oh my, alright. Quitana, did you really cast command?
No, I was being facetious.
So, Valix, you do not find anything nearby, and like right now you are near the docks, right? Like there's a big dock area near the river, and then the float is next to the dock. So like around you, it's just your average dock space. There's like a bunch of crates. There are a few carts all over the place, so people could be hiding like under one of the carts or behind a crate. Mm-hmm. You just could not find anything from your initial look around. But Charlie, what's your fairy fire like? Is it glitter? Is it dust? Is it ash? Like, what are you spraying on me?
I think of it kind of just like a light, just like an aura that shines around people, kind of like just making everybody glow, more than like a physical dusting or object. Did you need glitter? It can be glitter. We can make it glitter.
So, while normally fairy fire reveals invisible people, because of what's going on in this specific situation, it also reveals to you that someone has covered themselves with a shroud of mist. And you see a humanoid shape. You see a very clear outline of a humanoid shape who is partially gaseous.
Mm-hmm.
What's the word?
That's the
gaseous?
One. You got it.
Yeah, that's right.
The person is partially gaseous, but also has enough physical property that it can pull wooden planks on their own. It looks like an adult humanoid shape, and you can see that they have a coil of rope tied around, like from their chest to their hip, kind of like looped around their body, like, in a diagonal, like in a what's the word? God damn it! I forgot all my words today. I can't. But yeah, they pretty much have, as if it was a sash, they have a very thick coil of rope, as if it was a sash, around their shoulder. And when you cast the fairy fire on them, they immediately stop what they were doing with the planks, and let's roll initiative.
All right.
Oh boy.
Hey kids, Shane from the future here, joined by Sirius sitting on my lap to deliver a few quick announcements. First off, thank you! Thank you so much for listening. We're just so excited to be making this and so glad people are actually taking the time to listen to it. please, please, if you're having a good time, tell your friends about us. Leave us a positive review on the podcast app of your choice. We really appreciate you giving us your precious life minutes that you don't ever get back. It means the world to us, and we just want as many people to give us a shot, because if we even put one smile on one person's face, then we're a success. As far as I'm concerned, that's what we're here for. But speaking of things that make me smile, I wanted to tell you about some places you can find us. First off, check out FlameCon at flamecon.org. FlameCon is a huge comics, video game, tabletop, and all kinds of nerdy stuff convention right here in New York City, brought to you by Geeks Out. This year, they're doing an entirely digital convention in just a few weeks, August 21st and 22nd, that is focused specifically to engage with the LGBTQI+ community and highlight queer artists. That's kind of their thing. And not only will I be participating in the Gamers Lounge as part of NYC Gamers, but our very own Germán and Pavel will each be running tabletop game tables. This is a great opportunity if you want to play with either of them, so be sure to check out flamecon.org so you don't miss out. And I also want to let you know, it's free. Digital event, no ticket cost, jump in. I also want to tell you about 2 weekly events I've got going on here in New York. If you're 21 or over, fully vaccinated, and looking for something nerdy to do, I've got you covered. Join me every Tuesday night at XOXO Lounge on 46th Street at 8 p.m. for my weekly event in conjunction with Thodacy NYC called Level Up. It's a cute little venue that we completely take over, and we play easy in, easy out games, party games, just all sorts of casual stuff, plus Super Smash Brothers, because there will always be Smash Brothers. Try throwing a nerdy event and not having Smash Brothers, oh, you'll get ripped limb from limb. But sometimes going out on a weeknight isn't your thing, and I get it. I sure don't want to go without sleep, so feel free to also check out Arcade at Rock Bar, located down on Christopher Street, every Saturday 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Arcade is the hallmark Shane Cherry nerd event, and it's so exciting to be back after all the pandemic shutdowns. If you want some crunchier games, that's where we play them. And the pours are heavy, so get ready for a good time. Plenty of board games, and, like I said, always Super Smash Brothers. And both of these events at XO and at Rock Bar, no cover. Never a cover. Come in, play with us, and if we impress you, go get a drink at the bar. You'll feel more socially lubricated anyway. That's it for me. Thanks again for listening. I hope to see you at real world events, or the digital FlameCon. I'll let you get back to the show, and I'm going to get back to petting this puppy. Who's the cutest guy in the world? He's looking up at me with these big ol' eyes. Yeah, he knows he's cute.
I'm guessing Quitana ran over during her first turn, so next round he'll be able to interact.
If I move and take my action to dash, how far away am I?
That's what I assume you did. Like, that's why I said you're gonna spend the first round running, and then the next round you'll be able to interact. Next round you'll be close. You'll be with the rest of the team.
No, I know, but I have spells that are like 60-foot range, so I was gonna try and like.
Oh yeah, if you have something that's a bonus action, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna cast Shield of Faith on whoever's within 60 feet, whether that's Sylas or Valen. It doesn't really matter. Just trying to give somebody a little boost.
Yeah, either of them you could target it with the spell. Who wants it?
I think Sylas probably.
Compete for my help. Yeah,
probably Sylas, right?
When in doubt, then I'd give it to Sylas since he's our little baby.
Yeah.
Aw, that's sweet of you. I was actually thinking Valen because he's the only one with weapons on him, but it's fine. I don't think we're in range to attack anybody anyway.
Yeah, no, I accepted that I would not get a free attack on this.
Well, I appreciate it because part of my AC comes from having weapons, so it's nice to cover that gap.
Yeah, take a nice little +2 bonus duration.
All right.
Or not bonus duration, bonus AC.
All right, let's do Initiativa.
My initiative is 12.
My initiative is a soiled 10.
Mine is 17.
So Quitana gets there before we even started running.
Oh, I rolled total garbage. Oh god, I'm gonna get so wrecked.
Good. Can we assume Quitana's up first?
Yeah, Quitana, you kick it up. Kick it off.
Do I need to spend another turn dashing or?
No. You can just do a regular move and then use your action. You're close enough now.
Okay, then I'm just gonna move up close to my friends, and since I gave Sylas his extra AC, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Warding Bond on Valen.
What's that one again?
The spell wards a willing creature you touch and creates a mystic connection between you and the target until the spell ends. While the target is within 60 feet of you, it gains +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, and it has resistance to all damage.
Whoa.
Also, each time it takes damage, you take the same amount. It is not concentration, and it lasts for an hour. But it's a touch range. I'm looking through these cleric spells. There's an absurd number of spells that are really good that don't take concentration. It's kind of stupid.
Amazing.
I love it, though, because it's going to be what keeps us alive.
Surprise, clerics are great.
And I'm guessing that was your action, right?
Yes, yeah, that was my action. I don't really have a bonus one, so I'm chilling.
Charlie?
Yeah, I used so much of my stuff. How far am I from them? Like, what's the terrain like between me and them, I guess is my question. Do I have to, jump off the side, or?
You are on the deck, and they are floating about 10 feet below, right above the water line.
Oh, this is a bad idea, but they've got fairy fire on them, so I have advantage. Yeah, I can't just, float in air or anything. So I guess I'm gonna jump off the side of the boat and try to catch the rope that they have tied around their waist. But this seems like a terrible idea.
You could try to grapple them.
Yeah, well, that's the idea.
Okay. Let's do this. So
I have to make a strength-based check, right?
If you're going to, so you want to initiate a grapple, right?
Yes.
Yes. You make a athletics check, and I respond with either an athletics or an acrobatics.
Okay. Well, thanks to that fairy fire beefing up the to hit, I have a dirty 20. Sylas being all heroic.
I love that wording, dirty 20.
I keep rolling total garbage.
I feel like dirty 20 should be a cocktail.
Honestly, yeah. And, oh my god, that's it. We're gonna make a whole cocktail line.
I'm all for it.
The nat 1, the dirty 20.
The nat 1 is just a shot of whatever got stuck in the bar mats.
Woof.
No, thank you.
So I grabby him good, right?
Yeah, so you jump off from the deck, and you are now grappling the mist. You're literally floating in midair, holding on to the humanoid shape that is inside of the mist. And when you hold to it, you realize once again that this being, it's at the moment just partially stolen.
Semi-corporeal.
Yes, semi-corporeal, yes.
Okay. Because this is a public throwdown, I would also like to drop my disguise self spell so that the workers nearby can see who I am.
And workers are running away screaming.
Oh, great. A stranger.
A stranger fighting a glowing mist monster who's sabotaging things.
All right.
No, it could be bad. 100% it could be bad. But I think it's better to make a good impression by fighting the monster as me.
So after Sylas decided to go grapple a motherfucker, now it is Valens.
Valix. But Valix will actually drop his disguise self too, and yell and yell out, "Have no fear, everyone! It's your Keikasike, But before he said Keikasike, he very quietly said future. So he said future Keikasike. Now, so the creature is, or this thing is incorporeal, but not invisible, right?
Well, not anymore. Not after Sylas sprinkled it with fairy dust.
Valen, it's like grabbing one of those tubes filled with water for the stress. It's just very slippy. I keep grabbing new parts of existing flesh. I don't know.
Horrifying, Sylas. Please stop describing it. What I would like to do is, how far away am I from this guy?
Same as Sylas. You are about 10 feet above the action right now.
Okay. So what I'll do is, as a bonus action, I will cast Branding Smite, and then as I'll run up, and as an action, I will throw my spear, which is my hex weapon. I have advantage, right?
Yes.
Beautiful. Well. Cool. Okay, so the first one was a nat 1. The second one was a 12, which makes it a 19.
That 19 is a hit.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so thrown spears, I believe, a d6, right?
Sounds right.
Because I think it's versatile only if you're two-handing it. So that's going to be a d6. Jesus Christ. 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 2d6 for the Branding Smite. Ooh, 5. That's 11, and that is 15. And due to Branding Smite, it takes 9 points of radiant damage. So the number I said, 9 points of that was radiant. Which becomes visible if it is invisible, and the target sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius and can't become invisible until the spell ends, which is concentration for up to a minute.
Okay, so what was the total damage? I only recorded the last 9. What was the initial damage?
6, so the total was 15.
Alright, and it takes all of it. Now not only is it fairy fired, but it's also glowing with radiance.
And then I'm not within. Can I, as a free action, hand Sylas his weapon?
No.
As like a free object interaction? Okay.
You're too far.
I like where you're thinking, though, because I'm desperately feeling the lack of weapon.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's my turn.
All right. So it's the mysterious figure's turn, and what's gonna happen here is gonna be great. You're gonna love this.
Do something, bitch. The party's protected.
Love this one. So, Sylas, you are grabbing onto it, and you kind of like feel it tensing up, and the rope across its body starts wiggling on its own, and it kind of like unravels itself, and kind of like like a snake charmer snake type situation, and the rope itself, which is still semi-corporeal, the rope also.
Good news! I figured out how it's doing the murder.
Indeed, the rope starts tangling itself around your neck and shoulders, kind of like you can tell it's meaning to wrap you up from like mouth to toe. But yeah, it's trying to choke you out. And what's your armor class?
Currently is 16.
I was gonna say, don't forget your +2.
Yeah, that's included in my...
So what happens is, I hit, and what this means is you are now grappled by the rope. You are also restrained, and you have disadvantage on all strength checks and strength saving throws. For now,
not good.
And for now, that's what's happening on the rope side. That's what the rope does. The figure itself,
Rude.
Oh, this is kind of a tough situation because you grappled him, so he is grappled by you, but you are grappled by the rope.
Everybody's grappling.
I'll grapple the rope.
This is a very strange massage circle.
Quitana, come join the grapple train.
Seems par for the course at like GBU or something.
Alright, give me 1 second. Let me get some extra dice.
That's never a good thing to hear your
that's-
DM say.
You do not want to hear that. Can you just lie to me?
I just need more dice to kill you with. Hold on a second.
Can you just say you have too many dice? Just give me sweet lies.
It's okay. I have a plan. It's not a good plan, but I have a plan. I think it involves swimming.
Alright, so what happens next is that the figure that you're grappling tries to attack you, and from the mist you see a punching dagger materialize into fully physical form. A very sharp metal edge, and the punching dagger hits you. It's gonna hit you right in the chest. 1 second.
Extremely rude.
Once it hits you, you realize that it's not just a punching dagger. It kind of is some sort of mechanism that has like an automatic repeating motion. So it like, once it makes contact, it starts going off and like penetrates you about 5 to 6 times.
Gross.
So, they have a repeating dagger. I am not thrilled by this.
This is not great.
I assume there's an amount of damage associated with the repeat stabbing I'm getting.
Yeah, and it's not great. You take 22 damage.
Jesus.
Jesus.
RNGesus.
Make a concentration check for your spell.
Yep. 10 on the die with my con makes it 11.
Oh, thank God.
Which passes your concentration check, if I recall correctly.
Yep, it's half damage or 10, whatever is highest. Succeed.
Aha! You're still glowy. Twice.
And that is the end of the mysterious figure.
Quitana, Sylas needs you.
Ow!
How you looking?
Disemboweled?
Well, I don't have cure wounds because why would I need that? How close are you to death?
You never want to hear that from your healer.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I have healing word, but healing word is not really useful for like restoring a bunch of health as much as it is for getting people up if they've fallen. So,
Yep, and you will almost certainly be needing it next turn if he stabs me again.
Yep.
If you want to know how close I am to death, we're pen pals, we're buddies.
Okay.
Once in a while they come by on a Sunday for brunch. Death and I real close right now.
Okay, cute. I love that for you. No, that takes concentration, doesn't it? I don't really want to use another second level spell slot, though. Okay, can I just, like, walk up and try and touch the figure?
Wait, you want to touch who?
The misty figure dude?
You can, again, he's still floating
sort of
right above the water. You can, like, jump in the water, and if you just, like...
Oh, no, I'm
waddling in
wearing
the water,
armor. Never mind. Then I will point at him, and the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air, and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. He makes a wisdom save. Or they make a wisdom save. I shouldn't be gendering.
1 second. I fail.
Have they taken any damage?
Yes, I did.
Then that's 1d12. Boop-be-doop-be-doop. I don't add anything, do I? No, it's just 7. 7 necrotic.
Not bad.
How's the mist look?
Still looking quite solid.
Ugh.
The mist is not yet jelly of my relationship with death. So.
I mean, the mist is fully red because Sylas's guts are in it.
Who doesn't love a little blood mist?
Currently me, actually.
Not a fan.
Yeah. Am I up?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay, so this thing has stabbed me repeatedly, and I am less than thrilled with it. You know what? Maybe I'm just going to go for a little swim. And I, with the last ounce of my strength, I put my hands up on the side of the face, or where a face should be, and try to, look directly into it. I have just one thing to say to you. And I open my mouth and release a thunder wave.
Nice.
Oh my.
I need I believe a con save, and this is a second level thunder wave, because I need to do some damage.
Quitana and I also.
What's your DC for this? 14, right?
14. Can I ensure that Valen is not in the blast?
Yeah, because Valen was up in the docks. Valen never jumped on the water.
Nice.
5 plus 7, 12 damage if they fail, 6 if they make it.
I did fail, so 12 damage, right?
Can I use the push effect to send it flying up onto the deck of the ship, where Valen and Quitana can reach it more easily?
Yes. You mean the docks, or the top, or just up towards the float?
Are they on top of the float or on top of the docks?
The teammates are on the dock.
Then I would like to push this entity closer to the docks, and I will take a bath. Cause
no, you won't, because when you pushed him away,
it doesn't break the grapple.
It breaks your grapple on him, but the rope still holding on to you. So
the rope passed the Constitution saving throw.
Wait, I failed.
Thunderwave breaks grapple.
Yes, but he breaks the grapple on the guy. The rope is an individual thing that's still holding on to Shane.
Does that mean that the rope took extra, made its own save and took damage from the thunder wave?
Ooh, that's a good.
Because I'm willing to go along with this, but I do want to get some extra damage out of it. And now we await as the DM rolls dice.
So the rope actually starts to fray a little, and you see that it's falling apart in places.
Haha!
But still holds up, and still has you on a chokehold. You do push the guy away, but the rope's still attached to your neck. I hope that makes sense.
Okay, so I still splash into the water, but at least I have a lifeline, so I know I'm not going to drown. I'm just going to be stabbed to death.
Well, you now a safe distance away from the figure, right? Because the figure is now up in the dock, and you are in the water 10 feet below.
I have faith in my allies, who are built to stab things very well. I do feel like I do a lot of save me, Valen, but here we are again.
Alright, by the way, with that 12 damage that you dealt to the figure, they started to look a little bit more on the wary side. The mist starts to lose some of its solidity. Corporealness, I guess. And it is now Pavel's turn.
Okay, so Valen is going to raise his packed weapon and cast as a bonus action Hex on the on the mist, and choose dexterity in case it tries to make stealth checks to escape. So it has disadvantage on dexterity checks. And I'm going to take an attack with my packed weapon. I will be holding it with two hands.
Keep in mind you should still have advantage.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, that's a 13 on the first one. And a nat 20, baby!
Yeah!
Okay, that's awesome because, oh no, I didn't use Curse Blade. Hexblade's Curse. Okay, that's fine. So that is going to be 2d10. That's an 8. That's also an 8. This is a 10. Fuck it, I'll just use these two. Whoa, 18 plus 8. No, I'm sorry, plus 6. So that's 24. 24.
Don't forget your hex bonus damage doubles too.
No, it's heck. Oh yeah, because it's necrotic damage, right? Hold on, I've never used this spell before.
So hex
yes,
is
yes.
the curse and a d6 bonus damage, if I recall.
Yes,
That sounds right.
Yes, it is.
Also, remember you can like change its target if the thing dies.
Right.
I look forward to that hex rope.
So that was
But if you cast Hex, the radiant stuff is gone, right? Because the radiant stuff was also concentration.
Yes. I forgot that hex was a concentration. I should have used Hexblade's Curse. Oh well. What are you gonna do? So I did 24 plus the hex damage is an 8, which makes it 32.
How did it come up to 24? It's a d6, no?
I did 2d10 plus I rolled 18 plus 6, which is 24, and then plus 2d6 from hex, which was 8.
Oh wait, I thought your weapon was a spear.
No, I used my packed weapon, the sword,
Ah.
and I two-handed it. Either way, it would have been oh no, because the spear is a d8, but yeah, I specifically said my packed weapon.
Alright, so that's a lot of damage. 32 damage, and now this is a part where being a gay, it's problematic because I have to do math now, and it's just not in my DNA. I can't help it.
Jesus.
Of course, if Rick plans his turn around the thing being alive, it will die here, and if Rick plans his turn around it being dead, then it will definitely survive, because that's how D&D always seems to work.
Who said anything about planning? I'm winging this shit.
It's still alive, but it's looking really rough. And it's its turn now. And what it does in its turn is it will. You have heard the term of you can just hit a bitch with another bitch. That's exactly what it does.
I've not heard that term specifically, but I will take your word for it.
I heard the term hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
I don't know. Doesn't sound real to me. But what happens
This
is,
does sound like I fucked around and now I'm finding out.
Oh no.
Indeed. Valen, you see the rope at this guy's hip starts to wiggle, and you see Sylas shoot out of the water and fly directly at you. Give me your armor class. I'm hitting
16.
you with Sylas.
Don't forget you have a
Sylas,
+1 to your armor class, Valen.
17.
Sylas, you are yanked out of the water. Yanked.
Do you mean
As
yeeted?
if you were a
I
wet
extend my
puppet.
arms and try to give Valen a big hug.
I accept the hug, but not the damage.
Yeah, because you had your limbs all over the place, and instead of just hitting Valen straight in the head, you guys just get tangled up, but nothing really bad happens. You, oh my god. You assuage
My
the
hero.
damage.
I catch Sylas.
And the gaseous being approaches you, Valen, and gives you the good old stabby stab.
Don't forget you have a +1 to saves, and you're also have resistance to all damage.
Yeah.
Dang, that is a spell.
Yeah. I mean, I take the other half of that damage, so it's not.
Touche.
1 second, I just dropped all my dice. Alright, so 7, 15, 19. you take 23 piercing damage, but we're gonna half that to 11. Yes, 11.
Mm-hmm.
And so both you and Quitana take 11.
Yes.
Cool.
And after it gives you a good stab, you see that now there's blood coming out from the figure, and for now the gaseous shroud that was protecting it and letting it fly around and like be almost imperceptible, it's starting to like fade away, and like the blood hitting the ground is blood red, and you see some flesh stones poking from behind the shroud of gas. And this person is trying to jump back into the water.
Take it alive.
You get a opportunity attack.
I would like to take it and do non-lethal damage. It's still with advantage, right?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, that's a 10. 14 plus 8, 22.
That is a hit, yes.
Okay, so that's d10 plus a d6. Ooh, 6 plus 7 is 13 plus 6 is 19.
Wait, 19
Dang.
damage?
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
It's a d10 plus a d6. I rolled a 7 and a 6 plus 6.
Why plus 6?
Hex.
But why are you adding? What's your damage stat? Like, what's the plus 6 coming from?
Well, so the weapon is a +1. My charisma is +5 because I'm a hexblade. I use charisma.
Gotcha. All right. So that ends the combat. You do knock out this dude, and let's take a little break there, and we'll come back to follow up. Actually, no, let's end the episode for now here. We'll come back, because we still have another episode to record today, so this is a good...
Spoilers.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to catch that.
Yeah.
As you land the last hit...
I'll twirl the silver blade in my hands so that I flip it and I hit him with the butt of with the hilt of the sword.
I hold my organs. I just hold them tightly.
And the guy, you realize now that it is a male human, about like
Charlie?
early to mid 20s.
Oh, no.
Definitely dressed in Fafsen uniform, but not like Quitana's like military heavy armor. More kind of like recon or black ops type situation. It's all like tight leathers and a few other exotic weapons similar to the one that he stabbed you guys with. And now he is passed out on the ground. Let's see what happens next. Bum, bum, bum.
What happens next is we bind his hands, heal him, and then beat him down and repeat the process until he tells us what we wish to know.
But in order to find out for sure, you're just going to have to tune in to the very next episode. I'm Shane, and I played Sylas.
I'm Germán, and I pretended to be your DM for today.
I'm Rick. I was the voice of Quitana.
I'm Valen, and I was voiced by Pavel.
I have a quick plug. Today is the first day back for those of us in New York and over 21 for my event Arcade at Rock Bar. Please feel free to come on by and play some video games and board games with us. There is no cover, but, be of age, and please, please, please be vaccinated before coming out.
Drink responsibly. Oh, sorry, wrong crowd. My apologies.
Drink at least moderately responsibly.
Drink in excess.
All right, we love you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Remember, if you like our podcast and enjoy our content, make sure to check us out on Discord.
There's a link in our show notes.
The Legend of Nat 1 theme is by David Yardley. You can find more of his work at davidyardleymusic.com. That's Yardley spelled Yardley.
Logo by Ben Thwaite.
You can follow us on our socials. The Legend of Nat 1 on Facebook and Nat 1 Pod on Instagram and Twitter.
That is Nat, the number 1 pod.
And if you really like our content, you can throw us $1 on Patreon, Nat 1 Pod.
Email us at legendofnat1@gmail.com to give us feedback, suggestions, or criticisms that will haunt us for the rest of our days.
The majority of our music is by Kevin MacLeod, and the license is provided by incompetech.filmmusic.io.
Valen decided he needed his own theme music. You can find Pirates of the Quarantine by Alexander Nakarada, and the license is provided by filmmusic.io.
I love that. I love that. That is loved by me.
It seems a bit biased about your love.
Our amazing editing is done by the incomparable Brandon Lee,
Also known affectionately as Pooh Bear.
with assistance by Shane Cherry.
Hey, that's me.
And if you didn't like our content, again, we are The Adventure Zone.
That's some gay history right there, because that is a staple drag queen joke.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful.
Oh wow, I rolled a 20 on my first roll for the day.
God
Wow.
damn it.
I rolled 2 nat 1s in a row.
Sucks to be you, bro.
It's a 1 in 400 chance. Come at me.
Did you just say sucks to be you, bruh?
Yes.
Listen, you better show RNG some more respect if you're gonna be rolling on Genshin banners and shit.
I just got 2 of the new hero. Just got 2 of Kazuha.
You got his C1 too? I wanted Kazuha, but I ended up going for Klee, and now I'm trying to hold strong for Ayaka, because she's gorgeous.
Yes.
I love y'all, but you are speaking gibberish to me as I have yet to be sucked into Genshin Impact.
Yeah, they said...
Ayaka is a sexy samurai lady.
I think we need to switch to D&D.
It's okay. Focus on Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah,
But you're going to hold things up a little further?
that's fine. As I was saying, I got Klee, so I'm excited to have my little Pyro Girl. I kind of want to build all my mages. And I like Ganyu. She's very strong. She carries me through stuff, but like, meh.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about her, but she's broken AF, so
Yeah.
everybody's
No,
telling
she's-
me I need her.
She's literally carrying me through everything, but
Her gameplay is very boring though. You just stand there as a turret.
it's
and
just
shoot
charge shot,
things.
charge shot, charge shot, yeah.
That's kind of how I'm playing Tartaglia, but I finally leveled him up enough that his melee stance is doing significant damage.
Oh, yeah.
So
See, but that's the thing. You get to go in with him, and I feel like that helps with Ganyu. I really enjoy her, but like, I'd like something that's has a little bit more ebb and flow to the gameplay style.
yeah.
I'm hoping I can get Ayaka. I'm on a 50-50, so we'll see.